Just checking to make sure that you can hear me loud and clear. Good evening. Welcome to this live broadcast. It is Deborah of Nonconformist Eyewear, where I do all things nonconformism when it comes to my lifestyle, well being, and of course, my second set of Freeform Locs. I am a fine haired woman and I allow my logs to form freely without any nothing. Anyway, as you can see from the title of this video, it says free form logs made easy. Now I have 8 points. I made these notes in my notes on my phone probably almost a year ago, and it's been sitting here. I want to clear my notes on my phone because I like to do these housekeeping things on my phone, make sure my phone works optimally. So how does freeform locks become easy? How do you make them an easy process for yourself to make your life easy? So I have 8 points here. So point number one is, and I'm going to liken it to perhaps, I'm only likening it. I'm only likening it. Is that the right English? To having loose natural hair, because of course loose natural hair, especially for us women, requires you to do some work, unless you just want to leave your loose natural hair out. I've been a loose natural and I can compare the two. So I'm going to liken most of these points to being a loose natural. Okay, so when you're loose natural, um one of the things that you tend to do is have trims. So you may have regular trims just to take off those dead ends. Yeah. Now, to make life easy when you are a freeform lock wearer, there's no trimming unless you want to. I know there's a few people who do trim their freeform locks, but unless you want to. One thing I've found with my freeform locks, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Good evening. Welcome. One thing that I've found with my locks is, I think because I don't do anything to it other than keep it clean, is that at the end of my logs, and I had this today, at the end of my logs, thank you so much for joining. I'll end up with these balls. I don't think there are any. I think I've got one somewhere that I'm still watching, but I'll end up with these balls at the end of my hair. They're not even balls, but they look like really old hair that was way somewhere here years ago, and then they've made their way to the end, and they almost look like they're dead. They're really hanging. um of course, this is the oldest part of my hair, so what happens is eventually they fall off themselves, and sometimes if I see they're really dangling, and if I tie a head wrap, sometimes they get caught in it. Today, I pulled off a few bits. They were really just dangling. So instead of me trimming my hair, I just pull those little bits off. You can leave them if you want, but really and truly, in my opinion, um, there's less to do when you have freeform locks, because I can only speak from a freeform lock perspective because that's what I have. Now, people with other types of lock may trim theirs for whatever reason, but I feel like when you've got freeform locks compared to if you have loose natural, you don't need to do any trims. So this is one of the things that makes having freeform locks really easy. Number two, regular deep conditioning treatment. Definitely a must. And I think it's because of loose natural hair being out, loose, the combing, the brushing, the manipulation, the different products. Hello, sis. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Good evening. Greetings. How are you? How's your day, Kwasa? How's your day going? Good. I thought I'll do a quick live broadcast, and it's my birthday today as well. It's my birthday. The lady is a big old 5.1, turned 51 today. So anyway, so regular deep conditioning, um, oil and hot oil treatment, protein treatments, all those extra bits to strengthen your loose hair. When you are a freeform lock wearer, I've got my notes here. You don't have to do any of that. Some people will do ACV, maybe. you know, but that won't be all the time because we know ACV dries out your hair. Now, I went for 60 whole days. That's the longest I've gone. 60 whole days just because I was traveling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, okay, your day's going well. Thank you. Thank you for the well wishes. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it so very much. I've had so many, many, many messages. So many. I can't keep track of them. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, as I was saying, I went for 60 days without washing my hair. I was just in transition, traveling, and I couldn't find the right kind of, time to wash it. So I just left it. And finally, a couple of days ago, no, yesterday, I finally decided to wash my hair. If you see some of my shorts on here, I shared my herbal wash and rinse that I did, and then the results. Oh, they look divine. They just felt glorious after I washed them yesterday. So, in my shampoo that I made yesterday from soap nuts, which are natural, they're usually from India. I use those also for my laundry because my skin is quite sensitive to regular soap for clothes. So I use that in my laundry. And you can also use it to wash plates. You can also use it to get soap for washing your teeth. And you can use it to wash your hair as well. You just put the nuts in water and it foams. But in that liquid yesterday, I added a couple of drops of ACV just to really deeply wash my hair and wash my scalp. And I only did one wash. Thank you so much. There's a few of you in the house. Welcome on board. Let me know who's in the house so I can at least greet you. Thank you so much. Point number 3, protective styles to tuck the ends away. Again, something that we used to do in the loose natural world. Now, to make your life easy, when you're a freeform lock wearer, you don't need to do any protective styles. Not really. You just let it be. I mean, the locks in itself is a protective style. It's clumped all your hair together. There's if you want to, but there's really no need for it. Maybe one day when mine get longer, I might want to play around with it, but I'm not really sure what I'm protecting, really. So I think more so maybe covering it is more important to me. I'm with you. I don't do any deep conditioning and may trim old pieces exactly that are breaking off from where I used to twist. There you go. Exactly the point I was making earlier. Although I never twisted mine, but I also get that those old ends. It's hair. It's like wool or cotton. If it's been around for a long time, it can get weaker and weaker and weaker. So those end bits, yeah, if you want to trim, but I just pull mine because they're so easy and they're so fragile and they're just literally dangling. I can see it dangling and I know it's not going to. I know those dangling bits won't recover or there's nothing I can do. And I don't need to. I've got so much hair already that I don't need to hold on to those tiny pieces. It's just no point in being vain about little small bits of hair. So again, anyway, protective styling not needed. Point number 4, wash and go, and the scrunching. Wash and go was one of those styles that my hair never liked as a loose natural. My hair is so fine. Wash and go just made me look like a cat that you put in a bath and you bring the cat out. You know, a furry cat that's got lots of hair, and you dip them in the bath and you bring them out and they just limp. That's how mine used to look. So I never really did wash and goes when I was a loose natural. But of course, there are lots of people who have a different texture hair. Yeah, my old bits dangle. They are okay. I think you've yeah, not necessary to trim. This is what body culinary is saying. My old bits dangle. I think the rest of your sentence got cut off. They are something. I'll wait for you to like maybe retype it or add the extra bit that's missing. Um, so there's no need to do wash and goes. Interesting. They're interesting. Okay, yeah, they are. They are. They kind of just there's something. I don't know. They look weird, right? They just not weird. They just are there. They just do their own thing. It's like nature doing its own thing. Nature is like saying these bits need to go and wait, they're just going to dangle at the end. Some people have a texture of hair where when their locks are forming in the early days, they have all these dangling pieces. And sometimes I think they fall off and some don't fall off. You have that in the early stages. But once your locks have formed, you can tell the difference between the dangling bits at the early stages, because I had a lot of stringy bits. That's the difference. The stringiness is different to the dangling bits. That is how I'm going to put it. So point number 5, conditioners, leave-ins, lotions, potions, all of that stuff. Not necessary. Wash and go. You know, sis. You know. Fine haired people, wash and go. Don't even try. Don't go near it. It just makes you look like you're bald. Might as well just cut your hair off. But yeah, conditioners, leave-ins, not necessary. When you're free from lock wearer, for me, I shampoo and go. So instead of the wash and go, I shampoo and go. And that pretty much is it. Point number 6, because I don't want to make the video too long. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you. Is detangling before, during, and after shampooing. Oh my Lord. My wash day when I was a loose natural used to take me hours, because you have to meticulously sit there if you don't want severe breakage and tangling. You have to sit there and really take your time and go through each strand. And if you're somebody who's not using combs and you're using your fingers to detangle, you have to take your time to first of all wet your hair and either put some sort of liquid in your hair, usually water, to detangle it, take out all the dead hair, um, all the hair that needs to shed out of your hair, especially if you've done a protective style and you've tucked your hair away as a loose natural and then you undo it. You have to go through it slowly and carefully to get that all out. You don't just jump in the shower, and then you do that before you shampoo. And then whilst you're shampooing as well and you condition in the shower, you need to detangle again. And of course, when you come out of the shower, you need to do that all again. But when you are a Freeform Loc wearer, you don't need to do any of that. You just wash it and you're done. You shampoo and you go. I guess we do have a wash and go anyway as Freeform Loc wearers, but basically the real OGs of wash and go. Ours is the real wash and go. You just wash, go. You don't have to shangle. I'm joking. But the days of being a loose natural were fun too. That was the early days of YouTube when we were watching all these different people on YouTube. Number 7, pre-poo. So again, as a loose natural, you will do the pre-poo, which is the pre-shampoo. So either you put conditioner in it, or you put an oil and conditioner in it, or you put water in it, and then you prep it all before you then get in the shower and do the proper showering. Again, we don't have to do that when you're free from lock wearer. It makes life very easy when you wear your hair in locks. That's the journey which I am on right now. You don't have to do all the pre-poo. Again, you just shampoo and go. And the final point number 8, there is more to do, like I said at the beginning, when you are a loose natural. Yeah. If you're loose natural, there's a lot more. Even if you wear a fro, if you wear a small teeny weeny afro, a teeny weeny afro, you still have to do something. Yeah. Unless your hair or your head is completely bald. So there's more to do when you have loose natural hair. And of course, there's less to do when you are a Freeform Loc wearer, especially if you don't have the time, the energy, the patience, like I don't. I don't like fluffing around. If you are tender headed, this might be something that you really like. There's no pulling and tugging. You just leave it and your scalp can feel, you know, stress-free. Pre-poo was the last straw before I tossed my shower caddy in the I was so overwhelmed with products. And I should add one more, maybe for good measure. Point number 9. Now that you said Ikwaza products. Products is another one. When you're loose natural, you can easily become a product junkie. I tell you that there's very few people who are loose naturals who are not product junkies. I mean, some may not admit it, some not so much so because they kind of stick to the their favorites. Yeah. And they have maybe three or four they use, but some have. I mean, let me use myself as an example. There was a time I looked through my caddy. Yeah. My shower caddy, my cupboard. I must have had almost maybe 20, all sorts, all sorts, all sorts. I had gel. I had the Eco Styler gel, the different types of Eco Styler gel. And you know what? It never agreed with my hair. It always left my hair with this heavy cast and always left my hair flaky. No matter how much they say mix it with this oil, it won't leave a cast in your hair. I think the texture of my hair just didn't like any type of gel. It was horrible. And it's not anything against Eco Styler gel. I don't want Eco Styler gel to come for me. It's nothing to do with that. It's just the fact that my hair just didn't agree with it. You know, there are people who use it and it looks so beautiful. Again, this takes me back to the days when YouTube and naturals became a big thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love to you both. Definitely appreciating the consistent natural locks post. Thank you. Freedom is thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are trying. We are trying. We're trying to encourage other people. So yeah, thank you so much. The products anyway, that's what I'm going to use to wrap up. Products, you don't need so many when you are a freeform lock wearer. You really don't. I have none other than my shampoo. I don't have any. I'm not saying it because I'm on camera. You won't come into my bathroom and find anything. I basically, like I said, I did my shampoo a couple of days ago, and it was such an easy process. I literally made the shampoo that I needed on the spot using the soap nuts, just soaked it in water, added some uh hibiscus water to it. Check out my shorts further down or somewhere on my channel. I posted this yesterday or the day before. I posted two shorts back to back. So what I used to wash my hair, which was the soap nuts, and then when I rinsed off with clean water, I then kind of sealed everything in with a rinse of a herbal rinse, which was made out of rosemary, wild sage, and I bought some thyme from the shop, and I just kind of infused that over some heat on the fire for like 5 minutes, no more than that. And then I let it cool down, and I just used that all over my hair, and I didn't rinse that off. I let that stay in my hair. My hair was completely clean of the shampoo. And the thing is, the soap on the salt from the soap nut isn't so heavy. It's not so soapy. You know, sometimes you put soap in your hair. For instance, like black soap. Whenever I use black soap, I have to rinse my hair for at least a good 10-15 minutes to get out all the suds. If not, you can leave residues in your hair. But the soap nut is so gentle. And also because I added the apple cider vinegar and some lemon juice as well, you know, to the solution, the soap solution, that made it less potent and less suddy, if that's the word. So I did one wash, one shampoo wash, a good thorough rinse, sealed it off with the herbal rinse, and I put my towel on, and that was it. I was good to go. So I hope you find this video really useful for you. And now I can delete that note off my note on my phone that has been sitting there for about a year, because I've been meaning to do this video for about a year. So thank you so much for joining Body Culinary. Thank you so much for joining Freedom is Outside. Freedom's gift is the unique expression of hair that reveals itself as a reward for your patience in allowing your hair to do its thing. I need to pin that. Awesome. All right. Anyway, thank you for the birthday wishes. Until the next video. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye. Have a great evening. Bye. Thank you, everyone, for joining live and on the replay. Bye.